Hello, welcome to the Paul White Show. Today we're glad you tuned in. We do have some BTS guests coming a little later, but this show is going to get back to basics. I'm going to let you know what's going on in the garden and give you a little fishing report. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Paul White Show. I mentioned before we took a break that we're going to get back to basics. So basic is I'm going to give you a fishing report of what's going on. The weather's kind of cooling off a little bit, but I just think it's a fluke. I don't think we're through with summer yet, but there is still plenty good fishing. They're still stocking the lakes. As you know, they stock them from April up until September. Then October, if the weather's favorable, they'll start stocking the lakes with trout. So it's still plenty of fishing left. Hot weather, let me give you a bait tip. Hot weather, minnows, fishing with minnows. Minnows you can fish with in hot weather, but you have to make special provision to keep your minnows alive, okay? You can't just throw them in a bucket, walk out of a bait shop, and go fishing with them. You must have, to keep them alive, an insulated bucket. You need an aerator in there for air. The summer heat will heat up a bag that you get them in or a plastic bucket too quick. You'll start losing your bait before you get to the lake in most cases. So when you fishing in higher temperatures, you need to make sure that you have an insulated bucket. You know, some of the anglers freeze an empty pop ball or something in the refrigerator, in the freezer, and then put it in their bucket to keep the bait cool until they get to the lakes. So that's a little precaution on how to keep your bait alive if you're fishing for minnows. Now this time of year, a lot of people love crappie. It's kind of hard to fish for crappie this time of year. You must get right over the top of them, and now with the water temperatures up, they are at least 20 to 30 feet deep. So it's kind of hard to catch them from the bank. Okay, we're going to give you some fishing reports here and let you know what's going on. Let's start with Anthony City Lake. The channel cats are fair. They're catching them up to 2 pounds. Crappie is poor. Like I said, it's hard to catch them. But when they do, they are up to 12 inches on the crappie. Butler State Fishing Lake. See what's going on there. Channel cats are good, up to 12 pounds. So they've been catching some good channels at Butler. I don't know if a lot of people fish Butler, but Butler is a good lake. Creel limit is two a day, okay? And they must be 15 inches to keep the 2 a day. Largemouth bass are fairly good, up to 18 inches. We're still at Butler. And bluegills are good, up to 7 inch. Now that's a good size bluegill, if it's 7-inch bluegill. And bluegills are good eating. That's some people call them perch, sun perch, or whatever. Cheney Reservoir. Let's see what's going on at Cheney Reservoir. Out at Cheney, the white bass and the wipers are fair. They're catching them up to 24 inches. And they said look for the wipers and the white bass on the points and underwater humps as well as along the dam. Walleye is poor right now. When they do catch one, up to 28 inches. You might try crankbait on the point, the drop off, and underwater humps. Crappie, poor. All the crappie reports will probably be in that category, but they up to 15 inches. Crappie are in their summer pattern. They can be caught if you can locate them. That's the key, locate them. And in most instances, you have to have a boat and a fish finder, okay? Blue catfish are fair. They're catching them up to 15 pounds. You can try live or cut shad on or near the river channel and in adjacent flats. Channel cats are fair, up to 10 pounds. They're catching them. They've been biting also on cut bait. White perch, good. You need to catch all the white perch you can out of Cheney. White perch cannot be used for live bait, but they do make good cut bait. So white perch are doing pretty good at Cheney. Council Grove Lake. Let's see what's happening at Council Grove. Crappie are fair, up to 11 inches. They're using jig and minnows, but they're 15 to 20 feet deep, and they're near the drop-off. Channel cats are good, up to 4 pounds. Black bass are fair, up to 4 pounds. Walleye fair, 2 to 5 pounds on the point and in the deep flat. They're using jig, worms, and crankbait. White bass is fair up at Council Grove. Okay, let's see, Crowley State Fishing Lake. Let's see what's happening there. Black crappie slow to fair, up to 11 inches. They're using jigs or minnows near the ledges along the southern shoreline in 6 to 10 feet deep of water. Bluegills is good up to 7 inches. Channel cats are good. Largemouth bass are good. And red ear perch sunfish are good. They are fair up to 9 inches on the few reports that we do have. El Dorado Reservoir, I know a lot of people go over fish El Dorado. The blue cats are fair to good, 17 to 28 inches. The open water areas near the flooded creek channels, fresh cut shad has been the best bait within the lake, while worms are best in the creeks. So they've been using shad, cut shad. Wipers are good, 18 to 22 inches. White bass are fair up to 15 inches. White perch are good up to 11 inches. White crappie good up to 15 inches. They in 8 to 11 foot deep water in the brush piles. They're using jigs and minnows, also in the timbers and the creek channel. Walleye is good up to 27 inches. There, the walleye length is 21 inches with a 2-day creel limit. Okay, so make sure that when you go over there, you abide by the fishing regulations. Okay, northern pike are good, and this is at Kingman State Lake. They're fair up to 30 inches. Pike will hang out near the spring in the northern lobe of the lake during the heat of the summer. Bluegills are poor over there. Marion Reservoir, channel cats are fair to good up to 8 pounds. White crappie fair up to 12 inches. Walleye good 16 to 25 inches. They're trolling and they biting kind of slow. White bass is good. Wipers are fair to good up to 22 inches. At Sedgwick County Lake Afton, white perch is fair up to 1 pound. Channel cats are fair to good. Sawguy's poor. Crappie is poor. And at all of the local lakes, the KDOT lakes, the urban fishing report is white crappie are poor up to 12 inches. Largemouth bass are fair. Yeah, they do have those in the local lakes, okay? But they, like I said, they're stocking them, and you can still catch plenty fish. Also, for your gardening report, it's August now. You can get your fall garden in. You can plant kale, lettuce, radishes, spinach, turnips. You still got a chance to get your salad garden in for this year. It's not too late. All right, we're going to take another break, and we'll probably be right back with some guests. Stay tuned. Hello, we're glad you stayed tuned to the Paul White Show. I mentioned that we did have some guests in the studio today, and I kind of threw out some little, what do you call them? I said B2S. Well, my guest today is Sam Harden, and Sam, you and Josh, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I'm going to let Sam explain to you what B2S is. I think I got it right. Did I get it right, fellas?
Yeah, you got it right.
Okay. What is B2S? Tell us about it.
B2S is short for Back to School. It's a concert that we put on annually at St. Mark United Methodist Church.
Okay. How did you guys come up with this, and how long you been doing it, and what all does it entail?
This is going to be our 7th year. How we started was the choir 7 years ago kept asking about doing a concert. The choir had grew very large that year. Okay. We had over 40 youth in the choir. Man. And we asked our leaders, and they approved it, and here we are 7 years later still doing it.
Okay, and it usually happens every year, well, for the last 7 years, just before school start. Now, who's involved in it? What role do you play in it?
My role is I've been coming up with the vision.
Okay.
Decorations, inviting, and then I let Josh handle the music.
Music part of it. Okay.
Music part of it. Yeah.
I know you guys, and we'll probably show a little film footage of the previous ones that we've had. It's really nice. You guys do the props and everything, and I mean the participants in it, the kids dressed the parts and all of that. So it's a really nice concert, and it does involve more than just St. Mark. It's like a community deal
Yes, it is.
and it involves a lot of different churches across the city.
Yes. And that started again 7 years ago.
Okay.
The youth didn't want to just be just St. Mark. They
Right.
wanted to invite other youth to come. So each year we had different churches participate. I believe this year we have over 7 churches participating.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'd imagine they want to invite their friends,
Right.
that they go to school with too, to be involved in it.
Right.
And it's really a fun time, and it's really rewarding for the kids too. A lot of them, probably some of them never been in a choir or did a big program like that other than maybe at school,
Right.
when they have musicals at school sometime, if they involved in band or
Right.
choir at school or whatever. But this gives them an opportunity outside of school to get some exposure to some of the same type of stuff that they learned in school.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So the concert starts, what time does it start?
It's at 5 o'clock on August 6th
Okay.
at 5 p.m.
And the doors open?
At 4. Doors open at 4.
At four.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the concert will start at
And
5.
and we'll give them some more info before we leave too on the location and that. Josh, how'd you get involved in it? I know you the music man.
Yeah, so
Yes, he is.
up until 2014, I was mainly just a musician, and that year Sam stepped away from directing the youth choir,
Right.
and I was asked to take over. So that's kind of how I became involved in the planning process and the behind the scenes type stuff.
Okay. Who picks the music? Both of you guys kind of collaborate together to pick the music, the songs, and the little themes and whatever is involved in putting it together?
Yeah, so like the meat of it, Sam comes up with, and then like we'll pick music and stuff together, or if he's stuck in the area, he'll ask me for ideas and stuff like that.
Yep.
But
Now, if someone wants to get involved in it, parents want to get their children involved in it, it's a little late this year to do it, but in the future, you usually start putting this together. About how long it takes you to put it together?
At least 6 months.
I know you be working hard.
At least 6 months. But yeah, they can always contact the church about in June.
Right, okay.
Middle of June is when we actually start the rehearsal.
Okay.
So they can contact the beginning of June to find out the dates of the rehearsals. And-
Right, right. So all the details, if they just
Right.
call the church office around June to get their child involved in it, if they want to get involved in it.
you could also go and like the St. Mark United Methodist Facebook page and the St. Mark New Destiny Facebook page. And
Okay.
we always post
Okay.
information on there as far as the
Okay.
back to school concert.
Yeah, you mentioned New Destiny. That's our youth choir at the church, and they also are part of the back to school concert.
Right.
Okay, okay, and then New Destiny also. This is an ongoing choir all year long.
Right.
That's affiliate. That is the church choir, the youth
Right.
church choir. Okay, and you are over the youth church choir, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys rehearse when you guys rehearse.
We rehearse every Thursday at 6:30 at our main campus,
Okay.
which is 1525 North Lorraine.
Okay, okay. So if they want to get involved, that's a good way for them to get involved. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after the break. And we're visiting with Sam Hart and Josh Davis on the B2S concert that's coming up this weekend. Welcome back to the Paul White Show. We're glad you stayed tuned. We're visiting with Sam Harden and Josh Davis about the Back to School concert that's going to be happening at St. Mark United Methodist Church. Doors open at 4 o'clock. Concert start at 5 o'clock. Now, is there any cost for this concert or any cost? We mentioned if the parent wanted to get the child involved in it, is there even any cost next year? It's a little late this year, like we said, but even next year, you know, when they call to find out when it starts and all this, is there any cost associated with the concert at all?
No, not at all. Concert's free. There's no registration fee to participate. It's also free.
Okay, so it's all free.
Yeah.
And anybody in the city of Wichita and surrounding cities, if they want to join in, just call the church for the information.
Yep, call church
Yep.
for information around June is when we
Right.
usually start. And we take middle school, high school ages, and then young adults up to about 35.
Okay. All right. Now, I was going to say, you did the ages, so they don't have to be. I've been waiting on my solo, but I guess it'll come up sooner or later to participate with the kids. What's the theme of the event this year? You
So
have
the-
a theme? Or,
Yes, we do have a theme this year. The theme this year is identity.
okay.
And the reason of identity is a lot of times our, not just youth and young adults, also adults too. We hide behind a mask of our hurts, our pain, our disappointments. We also hide behind a mask where, excuse me, we're trying to be something that we're not, or we're labeled something that we're not.
Right.
And so the reason of the identity is to bring that out so we can talk about that and overcome those issues that we are hiding behind the mask.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. A lot of children are afraid to do that. Kids are afraid to do that. They're reluctant to do that, you know. And we don't find out a lot of information about them until it's past. They don't get involved in things because they're hiding behind that hidden identity.
Right.
It never comes to the forefront. And you say, "Well, I didn't know you had this talent. I didn't know you knew how to do this," you know. We didn't know you were involved in this, you know. So that's a very good thing for youngsters to teach them. Don't be afraid of your identity.
Right.
You are what you are. Your identity can be improved, you know, if you don't think your identity is what it should be, or
Right.
what God is calling you to be
Right.
in your identification.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a very good thing. There is no special dress. Just come as you are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So enjoy some good singing and
Yes.
and acting. It is. I really encourage my viewing audience to come. I
Yes.
mean, they won't be disappointed
No.
when they leave.
Not at all.
And it's a good concert. Well, I know you guys do a very good job at it because I've been there forever looking at it, you know. So and the children really leave changed
Yeah.
when they participate in this event.
Yes.
I mean, it's just inspiring. They really learn something from it, you know, and have fun at learning
Right.
and being educated about what's going on.
Right.
And it gives them an opportunity to get some exposure. Like you said, that identity, a lot of them don't want to come to the choir stand or don't want to, you know, but their friends encourage them to come. So
Yeah.
that helps them out a lot.
Right. And what we also do is just not singing.
Right.
We also do Bible studies.
Right. Okay.
We do teaching points.
Right.
So that way they have something to take back home,
Right.
and then also a reminder while they're at school.
Right.
They know who their true identity
Right.
is, what their destiny
Right.
is. They don't have to
Right.
be that person that people are calling them to be.
Right. 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 Yeah, it's a good environment for the children, as I mentioned. And they learn a lot from it. Like you say, they know what they're singing about. They're taught what they're singing about, so the song has more meaning to them, you know. And they learn from the songs. You know, we don't just teach them songs to be singing. You know, they need to know what they're singing about. So, and I know Josh do a good job at that. and
Yes,
you know,
sir.
when he's teaching them, even in the normal choir setting
Yes.
at the church when they have choir rehearsal and stuff. They always start with a little devotion and to let kids know about what they're singing about.
Right. Yep.
Josh, how long you been playing?
Oh man, I started playing piano around the age of 7 or so, so about 21, 22 years, something like that. I started playing in church, or being played to play in church around the age of 15. So professionally, about 15 years.
Okay. And you went to school here locally?
Yeah, I grew up here. I'm from here, and then I went to college and got a degree in music from Friends University.
Friends University? Okay, yeah, I know when you came, they said something about
Yeah, I was at Friends when I first
Right.
came to St. Mark. Yeah.
Right. Did you do your intern at St. Mark from Friends?
Nah,
You didn't?
I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't do that.
Okay, you just started playing. All right. Okay, once again, we've been visiting with Sam Harden and Josh Davis. We're talking about the back to school concert that'll be held at St. Mark United Methodist Church, 1525 North Lorraine, right here in the city. You don't need any ticket. We encourage you to come out and enjoy the concert and enjoy the children, perhaps your child, in action at St. Mark United Methodist Church. I'd like to thank you fellas for being here today, and hopefully we got a lot of info out there to the public and invited them to come, and I'll look to see if I see some of you there that watch the show and, at St. Mark United Methodist Church. Doors open at 4, concert starts at 5. Let me throw a little secret in. Thank you guys once again for being here.
Thank you.
I need to mention for people who are looking for fresh, farm-grown, Kansas-grown vegetables, they are at P&P Seed and Bait Company, located at 1901 East 21st Street. We have a vegetable market, and I got produce coming in daily, fresh. If you need some fresh produce, just drop by and see me or call me at 316-265-9930. Thanks for watching the Paul White Show today, and we'll see you next week.